In this chapter, we will discuss a little bit more about why should planners care about crime. There are important connections between urban crime and planners' daily job in community development and the efforts that we're pursuing. In this chapter, we will go through the reasons why urban planners should care about crime, as both a member of the society as a professional responsible for building a better community. In this chapter, we will also reflect on safety as a human right. According to John Twigg's study in 2003, the right to safety can be defined quite simply as follows. Everyone has the right to have the highest attainable standard of protection against natural and human-made hazards. And in this context, we're talking about crime being a hazard from the society's context and urban planning decisions. In this map, you can see the crime pattern within the city of Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas in the year of 2017. As we look closer in this map, we can see that there are significant differences in the distribution of hotspots where crime agglomerate over high significance versus the cold spot where there are significantly less crime. Why are we seeing those differences across the neighborhoods? And how do people from different parts of the city are experiencing this significantly difference in their life? If we scope in even closer, put crime aside, to examine other factors within their community, we can see that there are similar associations with the income level, the race distribution, and here in the map, the Herfindahl-Hirschman index means to which degree we're having that difference of income and the difference of race being mixed within certain neighborhoods, as well as the degree of mixed land use as reflected in the map on the left side, as well as the degree of poverty, as you can see on the right side. Quite straightforwardly, we are saying that the different distribution of crime pattern obviously have something to do within the context of our city and neighborhood that are already going through certain differences in a pattern that is consistent, sidewalks. And now let's look at crime again. The rate of violent crime are changing, but yet still on an increasing trend if we look at it from 2010 to 2020, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation's data. The location of where crime happened could be either in residential area or public spaces such as highway, street, sidewalk, parking garage as such. And if we think about the cause of crime, violence, property crime, and overall, it really has brought very huge impact on our society and our public health and our economic performances overall through direct and indirect ways. For example, if you unfortunately become a victim of crime, your mental health, your physical health, and your economic performances in the society could be significantly restrained and impacted. Crime can have impacts through direct and indirect paths. For example, to public health issues, the victimization of crime could lead to fatalities, mental health disease, disability, and trauma reactions in the long term. Through direct victimization and through the indirect way of fear of crime, even when you're overhearing someone being victimized, that could also cause an impact on you as well. From the social perspective, crime can lead to lower degree of social cohesion, trust, and increased fear that you have in the environment and could further be associated with corruption in the society. And now if we look at the economic perspective, which is relatively more direct costs when you're considering incarceration costs and the indirect costs of lost productivity and investment in the society overall. Here is a study showing you the total correction expenditures by different level of governments and per capita expenditure from the year of 1980 to 2010. And we can see that the amount of money that we are spending on the correction expenditure is increasing through the year, even though we have been putting a lot of effort in crime prevention and our criminal justice systems. To recap, in this chapter, we talked about the reasons why planners should care about urban crime issues, and we also discussed the direct and indirect causes of crimes. In the next chapter, we will learn how the understanding of crime risk and the environmental factors for crime have been debated and discussed between urban planning professionals and criminologists.